Hello, this is Ghost Rider 615, and let's just jump into it. I'd like to read you the definition of morality. Morality is the human attempt to define what is right and wrong in thought and behavior, resulting in a system or set of ideas about good or bad action, and the basis of any individual or community belief in what constitutes good behavior or proper conduct. The reason why I'm reading this to you is it seems that Malcolm X's statement, the chickens have come home to roost. And what I mean by that is we've had a lot of people from the religious sectors, the entertainment sectors, showing us that they have very little in the way of morality to lean on, whether they are a pastor, a bishop, or a rapper, producer, Mongol, and we see that they take advantage of the people that they're supposed to be helping. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because we have a lot of times taken the mindset that my mind is made up, don't confuse me with the truth. And what that means is most people find solace in conformity, religion, education, lifestyle, a social plan or unwritten contract with your oppressor that whatever his plan is for you, you just go along with it like sheep. He is the leader of a flock and you follow along. And you think that it's good to do this because you think that if you just go along with his plan, he'll treat you right. But history tells you something different and you know it in your heart. Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, only a people who haven't learned how to respect themselves will let someone else suggest themselves that they forget their history. Dr. Oba TShaka said we need to draw on our past, use it to change our future. Now, why I know that the history I was taught was a lie and that they don't want us to know our past, because as long as you don't know yourself, they have total control over you. And I understand this system because basically I live in the system, but more importantly, I was indoctrinated into the system when I was very young, taught what they wanted me to learn. They taught it to me and I actually learned it and then repeated it back to them. And so that's the way you indoctrinate somebody, and actually you get them to live out your master plan for them. Also, the deeper that people dig into history, the darker it gets. It's almost like when you're gardening, you know, as far as you dig down, it seems like the good earth is very dark, okay? And you know that's where you want to put your roots at, okay? And I want to go back to something that somebody said not long ago about us being a conquered people. And conquered means having been overcome by military force. Well, that's true. But only a few have been demoralized, have lost confidence or hope, who no longer seek to fight and become free of the injustices of the past and present, and don't want the best for their children in the upcoming future, obviously. They think by participating in this system the way that is set up and doing the best that they can, that they will be left alone and that they will be doing the best for their families. Well, Dr. Henry Clark says different. In his book, Christopher Columbus and the African Holocaust, Slavery and the Rise of European Capitalism, he states, powerful people never educate you in how to take their power away from them. And their schools are not going to give you that kind of education you need. You have to make it or take it. When you get the kind of education you need, you will discover the green fields of Africa, and you won't have to go to Africa to improve Africa. Africa is where you are. You start with your community and with yourself, and then you will begin to see and understand revolutionary change. But in order for revolutionary change to occur, the thing that we're going to have to do is actually, we need to set up a memorial to those who died in the Middle Passage. Okay? We need to remember all those who lost their lives coming here. And then what we have to do as individuals is create a revolutionary change in ourselves and in our communities. We should first look in the mirror. Look in the mirror until you like what you see. And then you say, my revolution starts with me, and my memorial to the people in the Middle Passage starts right now. So basically, it's saying know thyself. But I don't understand our disillusionment or our inability to seek out our history. It's not going to be something that's going to be easy. Most things that we do, we get it off the internet. And who controls the internet? Who controls actually the communication in the media? So why would we get information that's already tainted? We've found out that history, the way it has been written by the conquerors, is a lie. We now know the roots of history reside in Africa. And people will tell you all kind of lies and everything about it isn't. So if history isn't what they tell us, what is it? And why won't they show it to us? And why do, whenever they get any kind of information, they don't give it to the public? They hide it. In the Vatican, there's like probably 8 miles of, documentation of statues and all kind of historical artifacts. But we don't get a chance to review any of that information because they have control over that. The conquerors always control the way the story is told, because in that way, you can look up to them like gods, okay? And if you don't know your history, then they have control over your mind. I thank you, and I will be getting back with you on, some more information about miseducation of the black man and black woman in America and all over the world. And this is Ghost Rider 615.